Thank you for coming to Designs of Values Online Art School. Today we're going to talk about brushes, and the brushes that I recommend for the blending is going to be a flat, bright. And let me show you the difference between a normal flat, which has a longer bristle to it, and a bright, which has a shorter bristle to it. So these are your bristles, these are your chisel edges. Here's your ferrule, and this is your handle. The normal flat brush has very long bristles. As you can see, it's quite a bit longer than the brush next to it, which is the bright. That's what I want you to buy, is the bright. Reason being is if you load this one with a lot of paint, which you're going to do with both sides, and you're going to load it up, unfortunately it's going to pick up so much paint. You're going to be fighting with that paint to get it to blend, and you're going to create mud. Or a lot of people will go the opposite direction and not blend enough. So this is not the type of brush you want. It's the long bristled. You want what we call the bright. You want to look for a very nice chiseled edge. And then you have your ferrule and your handle. Now they come in many different sizes. This one happens to be an 8. This one's a 6. So you have many different sizes that you can buy these in. They start at a 2 and go all the way up to a 12 for the brights. So that's what I would recommend, is the brights. Then we have line brushes. Liners come in all different shapes and sizes as well. Let's talk about this one first. This is called a Champagne Liner by Schroff. It's a 000. And what that means is the number on the handle says 000. So we call it a 000. It has a longer bristle to it. You can really load it up with some blending and glazing medium and add it to your paint, and then you can do some long trendles. Really creates a nice line work. So that's what you want to do for that. And then this is another liner. This one is a 20. And this one happens to be by Majestic, Royal Majestic. It's a 4250 Royal Majestic 20. As you can see, the bristles are much smaller, so you're not going to be able to load it up with as much paint. So you want to really use this for like little tiny details if you're painting a bract on a strawberry or something on that order. So this works really well for that. Then there's another product out there that works really well as a blending tool, and this is a Schroff 10 Filbert. As you can see, the bristles are rounded in the end. Some people like this better for florals and leaves and that type of a painting item because it's rounded and it's a little softer, easier to get into those corners if need be to blend. So that's an option for you as well. Now that one is still a blending tool. Now the next items we're going to talk about, we'll start with the big one, are mops. These are not blending tools. These are mops that are going to soften your colors, your values, so that you can get the brush strokes out of them. This one is great for backgrounds. So you can really get in there and soften away, because when you put your background in with your blender, you're going to do a crisscross stroke. This will help soften away those brush strokes. It'll also, this one's stiff enough that if you would happen to have a line that you wanted to get rid of on your blending, you can actually stipple with this one because it is stiff enough to be able to do that. Some of your mops are not. For example, this mop is a fairly soft mop. You can see the bristles bend as you push it down. So it's great to get rid of those stroke marks from your brush, but it's not really going to do a lot well with the stippling. This one's the same, but it's a little bit bigger, so it's a little softer. Now, this is one that I use for stippling. if I have a smaller area or a larger one. It's stiffer. As you can see, the bristles aren't as soft as that last one. So this works really well to get rid of those lines if I need to stipple. And this is called stippling, by pouncing up and down at a 90-degree angle to your surface that you're trying to get rid of the line. Now these are also moon mops, just like the Filbert. Rounded edge, works really well to get into small areas to soften away any brush strokes. So those are the tools that you want to use, especially for the Designs of Value blending oil class.